What up, what up, what up, Haidar? What's good? Let me open the... What up, what up, what up, Haidar? Let me update the channel first. How are you doing this weekend? Are you having a great time? Okay, I think it's done. Hello, what up guys? What's good? Okay, happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all having a great time, enjoying your weekend, spending the profits that you made last week. Yes, boss. That's good. That's right. How are you? I hope you guys are all healthy and well. Okay, that's the most important thing. Okay, making profits and also healthy. Okay, there's no point if you are making profits or rich, but then you are not healthy and in bad health, so that's not good. Okay, there's no point to have all the success and the money if your body is not feeling well. Okay, so it's all good, alhamdulillah. Yeah, alhamdulillah. That's good, that's good. So let's wait for the others first, as usual, for a few minutes maybe. Who else is here? Okay, Haidar. Yeah, I'm seeing one more person or two more. Zero Gravity. Hello, what up? What's good? Happy weekend, happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all having a great time. Spending your weekend, whether alone or with your families or with your friends. What's important is you are all having a great time, okay? And now, the market is going to open tomorrow. What up? What up? I'm doing great, okay? And excited for the new week actually. We just finished with NFP. Last week we already finished with NFP, and this week we're gonna have the next high impact news, which is, I'm gonna talk about it later. But first, okay, before I'm talking about my market outlook, okay, like I told you guys in my video message and also my post, previous post earlier today, I talked about I'm gonna do a mini class, right? So I already have a topic to talk about, okay, about the mini class. But before I go on and decided to just focus on the topic that I have already thought about, let me ask you guys, okay, for the mini class I'm gonna do about maybe 10 to 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and then we're gonna go to the next section, which is the market outlook. Okay, first we have a mini class, live market outlook. So let me ask you guys, okay, what topics do you guys want me to talk about? Okay, you start in the chat your suggestion if you want to talk about any topics. Okay, trading psychology, support resistance, or how to get the best zone, how to mark the charts. Because right now, if you notice on my chart right now, there is nothing. I already deleted, okay, all the objects. Okay, now we are starting with empty charts. Okay, so during the market outlook, I'm gonna teach you guys, okay, how to mark your zones well. How do I mark my zones? Why do I selected that zones? Okay, but before that, okay, can you guys suggest if you guys have any topic that you want me to talk about tonight for the mini class? What up everyone, what's good? Okay, I'm gonna have a drink, excuse me. What up Zach, Zero Gravity, hello. Okay, I'm doing great. Haidar as well, I'm doing great. And guys, okay, like I told you guys, we're gonna go first with the class. Okay, we have mini class, and right now I already have a topic, okay, but I want to ask you guys first whether you want me to talk about something else. Okay, if you have any topics, just suggest me in the chat. Oh, Haidar already suggested something. Haidar wants me to talk about the most solid zones and exit strategies. Okay, that is a good suggestion. Anyone else? Okay, let me type. One, Haidar, most solid zones and exits strategies. Okay, So this is the topic that Haidar suggested. Okay, if no one else have any suggestion, I will proceed with this topic. Okay, so we are fair and square. You can also teach us about what you have in mind. Of course, okay. Like I told you guys, first we're gonna go with the class. Okay, this is the topic that Haidar has suggested, and probably I'm gonna go with this topic if you guys don't have any suggestion. And then on the next session, we're gonna go with the live market outlook for the new week, which is on 10th of February until the 14th of February, which is the CPI week. Okay, it is also the most important week ahead of us. Zero gravity is also asking. Okay, zero gravity. Let me put it. Zero gravity. Zero gravity. That is an interesting name actually. Yes, how to mark the zones. That is literally what she or he is asking. Okay, we have two suggestions and pretty much the same. Okay, so these two topics. Anyone else? Okay, that's good. Okay, both of you guys want me to talk about how you can find the most solid zones, and also exit strategies, and also zero gravity is asking about how to mark the zones. Okay, of course. So maybe if you guys also want to share the link to maybe your friends, the others, you can also do that. Okay, share with your friends, anyone who is trading, or also okay, maybe want to know where gold is going to go for the new week, and also learn something from this class. The share it is free. Okay, you don't have to pay anything. Okay. And for you guys out there, is it still Sunday? Okay. And what time is it there? Because right now for me it's already 11:13 p.m. Okay. About a few minutes before I enter the new day, which is on Monday. But the market wouldn't be open yet. It will be open at 6 a.m. in the morning, my time. Okay guys, maybe we're going to wait about 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we're going to start with the class first, which is based on Haidar and also zero gravity suggestion, which is on how you can find the most solid zones and exit strategies. Okay, let me label it as class. Okay. 4 p.m. here in Nigeria. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. that means it's still evening. Okay, you still have some time before the Sunday ends. So, okay, 4 p.m. So I'm not gonna take much time. Okay, maybe about an hour only. So right after 5 p.m. Haidar, you can go out, have fun, playing football, or maybe just hang out. Okay, go anywhere you want. Okay, so guys, we will start with the class. Let me have a drink first. Okay, and also let me change the songs first. Okay, this is a bit of too loud. Okay, as usual, we're gonna play some lo-fis. So the class is going to be about, okay, based on the two suggestions by Haidar and also, okay sir, okay. So guys, get ready. I'm gonna start with the class first, and then we're gonna go with the live market outlook. Okay, so just pay your attention. Okay, pay attention on the charts. So what the topic is going to be, okay, let me put this so that it's not moving. Okay, the class is going to be about how do you find the most solid zones, and what is the point that you can start thinking about exit strategies or exit zones. And also zero gravity is also asking about the same thing. Yes, how to mark the same zones. Okay, so for now, okay, this is an empty chart as you can see. Okay, let's not talk about gold. Okay, let me find some other thing as the example. Okay, let me take maybe Euro USD. Okay, for this class I'm going to use Euro USD as the examples. Okay, just to show you how you can mark your zones, and just to show you that you can use these strategies on any pairs. Okay, on any instruments that you like to trade. Okay, maybe you are trading Bitcoin. Okay, maybe you also trade GBP JPY. Okay, I also started as a currency trader actually, but I was starting out in my first and second year of trading. Okay, I did not touch gold. Okay, I just traded currencies and mostly Euro USD, GBP USD, and also some of the yen pairs, GBP JPY, okay, USD JPY. Okay, but then after some time, okay, I started to look at gold. Okay, and up until now, I already found profitability by trading gold. So the rest is history. Okay, but I started out as a currency trader. So how to mark your zones? Okay, let me put in the topic class, live class. Class topic is about how to mark solid zones and find exit points, exit zones. Okay, so this is the topic. Okay, let me anchor it right here. So how you can find the most solid zone? Okay, for example, okay, where is the Euro USD? Okay, let's talk about Euro USD. So right now, if you open an empty chart like I'm doing right now, okay, it is hard for you to start trading, okay, because you don't know anything, you don't have any information in the market. So that's why technical analysis is important, and one of the ways that you can do your technical analysis is, okay, sorry, let me get that label back from USD JPY. Okay. Okay, let me use Euro USD as the example. Okay. So this is the class. Let me anchor the words right here. So when you open your chart, an empty chart, okay, it is hard for you to trade because you don't have any zones, okay, any guidance on where the market is going, where it is coming from, and how you can place your entries. Okay, right? So for example, like this, when you open your chart, okay, especially if you open the bigger time frame chart, it is even harder because one candle will take, okay, for example right here I'm opening a 1D candle. One candle will take 1 day to be closing. So based on this daily time frame, okay, usually what I will do is I will be only marking, okay, the highest zone and also maybe the strongest resistance based on the daily time frame. So for example right here right now, based on the Euro USD, okay, right now based on the current trend, okay, yes, it is dropping. If you want to take from the highs, okay, it is dropping really heavily based on the daily time frame, and now right here it managed to find a little bit of support, and then it is start to, okay, somehow, okay, looks like it is making a bullish rejection, okay, and then dropping back again, and then right now just looks like it is stalling and just ranging in sideways. So based on the daily time frame, okay, it is useful for you to just get the bigger direction, okay, on what for example right now we are talking about Euro USD, so on what the currency is doing. So right now Euro USD on the daily time frame, it is just ranging. Okay, so to mark your zones and to trade, especially for us everyday, okay, day traders, okay, and also scalpers, we usually will not trade on the higher time frame. But remember, like I told you guys, the higher time frame is important for you guys to know which direction that the market probably wants to go in long term, okay, because the higher time frame will usually give you the biggest impact. So when you want to mark your zones, what you can do is you can drop to the lower time frame. Okay, for example right here, based on the daily, you already know that the market is ranging and looks like it is in sideways. So you open your H4 time frame. So how to mark your zones? Okay, you have to know first the basics, okay, in order to do your technical analysis basics. So you have to know your first resistance and support, and third is trend line. Okay, this is basics, okay, the basics of technical analysis. Just by using these three things, okay, actually you can already find, okay, great setups and achieve profitability if you have enough experience and you have already traded and looking at the market very often. Okay, so just by using these three things, okay, these are the foundations of your technical analysis. So first thing first, before you start trading, you have to find the support and resistance. So based on this currency, Euro USD, and so in this example, how to find your resistance. Your resistance should be the highest point that you can look at based on the current structure of the market, and also this is the current structure of the pairs that you are looking at. So for example, at this one, okay, let's label it first. Okay, I'm not using the line chart, I'm just using the candlestick chart. Okay, so this is the clear highest point that you can see based on the 4-hour time frame, right? So just label it first. Okay, and then because it is a resistance, you can label it as red in color. So why do you take this as your resistance? Okay, because let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, even before I look at on the left, okay, here we can already see that we have a strong bearish reaction after the price spikes from the bottom up until the top. Okay, like I told you guys, you have to just focus on the current market structure and the current price action. Okay, so this is the current market structure. Market is moving in sideways. This is the highest top, and then market is dropping, and right now it's like it is just ranging in the middle. So you mark this zone, and even if you just zoom out, okay, you can drag this zone. Okay, if you want to reconfirm that whether the zone that you are marking is solid or not, okay, you can just look at the left, look at the past data on what has already happened. Okay, so based on this chart of the Euro USD, let me put this aside first. Okay, you can already seen, okay, this zone probably can be your strongest zone on the H4 time frame, because why? Previously it also dropped, okay, from here. Okay, before all of this happening, okay, here also we have a market structure, and you can see market is also making a sideways move. Okay, here managed to find support and then breaking, okay, breaking lower. So based on this move, you have the information that here we have a strong bearish pressure, and probably sellers are really interested to sell at this point, okay, to sell this currency at this point. So you mark this zone as your H4 zone. If you want to label it, you can just put the text H4 resistance. Okay, so that is your H4 resistance. So where is your H4 support? Okay, if your resistance is the highest point, okay, that the price made before it has some pressure or challenge to push higher and then dropping, so your support will be the lowest point that the price, okay, managed to go or managed to touch before it find difficulties to break lower and then reversing. So based on this H4 time frame, okay, just mark this is also the lowest point that you can see, right? So if you want to take just this level, you can just take this level. Of course, this is a big zone based on the H4 time frame, but just to show you an example. Okay, so this is your H4 support, current support. Okay, so for your support, you can label it as green, which means also if you want to, okay, consider it as your buying zones. Okay, that's why you put it in green. Okay, so this is your H4 resistance, you already know that, and then this is your H4 support. Why? Because previously, okay, if you look at past history, let's once again look at what has already happened with this Euro USD. Okay, market was dropping really heavily. This is our resistance that we already labeled, and then kept dropping, and then right here it managed to find some support, okay, and also find buying pressure, okay, and then price spikes up, okay, and then dropping a little bit, managed to form a support and then keep going higher. So here we know that we have a strong buying pressure, and this is probably going to be, okay, the best support for us to focus on the H4 time frame. So that is how you find your solid zones to mark your resistance and your support. Do you understand so far? Okay guys, do you understand? If you understand, you can respond me in the chat before I move on. Okay, like I told you guys, I'm not going to spend too much time in this class. Yes sir, Haida, only one? Okay, anyone else? The rest do not understand? Okay, don't worry if you don't really understand, don't worry, okay, as you keep trading every day, as you are looking at the markets every day, okay, you will catch, okay, how the market moves, okay, and finally maybe you can already expecting what the price will do when it forms some kind of patterns, because the market usually repeats, okay, itself. So that's why history is important and technical analysis is important based on what has already happened, and by doing that we can do our analysis and expecting what the price will do in the near future. Okay, this is your H4 support and your H4 resistance. Okay, and then you might ask, Zach, of course price is in the middle and this is your H4 zones, H4 resistance and support, but that is too far away. So how then if you want to find, okay, your entries near the current price, how do you do that? Okay, remember that, okay, even though I'm marking this is the highest point that you can see based on the sideways move, okay, and this is the lowest point and also our support. Okay, not only you can mark the highest and the lowest, but also if you see some kind of reaction in the middle of the price, for example right here, let me mark another support. Okay, here this is actually another support on the H4 time frame, which right now price is already touching on the H4 time frame and kinda looks like it fell too close below this. Okay, why is this a support? Okay, if you look at this H4 time frame, okay, you have a movement from this low and then price going up. Okay, and then it made, okay, two bearish candles on the H4 time frame. Okay, looking like it is going to reject from this price, and also we have a gap right here, looking like it take the liquidity to close the gap and then dropping. But then it failed to continue lower, and the next H4 candle managed to form a bullish engulfing candle, eating the previous bearish move. Okay, this is a strong buying pressure or strong buying interest from buyers right here. So this is why you need to also consider this. You can also consider this as your next H4 support. So that is how you label your nearest support and also your nearest resistance. Okay, instead of this highest H4 resistance, where are the next resistance that you can mark? Okay, based on the current structure and the nearest price that you can see right now, okay, you can already see not only here we have a strong bearish reaction. This is the start of the bearish rejection, strong bearish reaction from sellers, but then the next reaction is coming from, okay, right here. This is the first move after the solid bullish engulfing move. Okay, this is actually a manipulation, or you can consider this as a fake out. Okay, price going up with the strong bullish engulfing move on the H4 time frame, but then the next H4 candle rejecting, even though it is not forming a bearish engulfing candle closing below this, but then the next H4 movements is clearly showing us that price has already gone bearish. And then the next thing also here, price, okay, tries once again to make a bullish engulfing candle. Buyers tries to push price higher once again right here, but then fail for the second time. So this is also the next strong selling pressure, and you can also label this level as your next resistance. Okay, just mark it first. Okay, and of course this is your H4 time frame, and you can already seen, okay, here price dropping, retesting, and then dropping lower with a gap as well. And then when it reaches this top, the same level, price just spiked but failed to close the body even in this zone. Okay, and then price rejecting, closing the body below the zone, and kept going lower. Okay, so you already have two supports and two resistance on the H4 time frame. Okay, so that is how you mark, okay, the most solid zones and the most solid resistance and the most solid supports. Okay, by looking not only the highest point, but also you have to understand what reaction that the market is doing when the price is reaching the zone that you choose to label. Okay, for example right here I already explained, and also right here I already explained why I took this zone, and you can already see the reaction right here also for the second time. So that is how you mark your supports and resistance. Of course, this example I gave you guys this the example on the H4 time frame, but okay, this method also you can use on, okay, all time frames. Okay, H1 you can also mark the same thing. Okay, and also M15. Okay, because we are scalping mostly with gold, of course. Okay, usually you can also mark the zones based on M15, but if you want to use the lower time frame, okay, it can be tricky. and you need to have, okay, some experience, okay, in trading the instrument, especially gold, if you want to mark your zones based on the lower time frame. Okay, to be safe, okay, just focus on the high time frame structures and mark your zones there, and wait for price to reach your zones on the high time frame and give you the reaction, and then maybe you can place your entries. Okay, for example, right now price for the Euro USD already dropping and retesting this support, right? And then fail to close below the support, which means right now we can still have a possibility of price to reject from here and going up. Okay, so Haida is asking just now how to find solid zones to enter and exit. Okay, so right now we are literally, okay, exactly at the support. So the best position or the best trade is to look for buys at the support. So if price were to go up, where is your exit zones? Of course, your exit zones would be at your H4 resistance, because your entries right here is based on the H4 time frame. So if you are entering based on the H4 time frame movement, so okay, you can take your H4 resistance as well as your exit zones. Okay, but if you want to be safe, okay, do not want to risk much, you can also close, okay, at your nearest resistance that you can also see based on this example right here. Is also you have resistance based on this candle movement. So when price reaches right here, you can already close maybe 90% of your profits. If you want to hold and expecting price to break this high and keep retesting this H4 resistance, maybe you can hold few entries to do that. Okay, but remember to just close your profits right here already. Based on this low right here, we already have, okay, 80 pips move. Okay, that is already decent. Okay, 70 pips move, so that is already decent profits. So that is how you mark your zones and find your entries and exit. Okay, so we are done with the mini class, short class, and now I hope you guys all understand about the things that I'm teaching tonight. Okay, if you understand, you can respond in the chat so that I know you guys are all ready for the next thing, which is, okay, which is the market outlook for gold. Okay, this is the chart that you all have been waiting for. Well understood. Okay, that's good. Anyone else? Understand? Okay, remember. Okay, let me pull that chart back. Okay, like I told you guys, even though in this example and in this class I'm teaching you guys, okay, I'm marking my zones and telling you guys why do I mark that zone. Okay, based on the H4 time frame, you can do the same thing on the lower time frame if you want to find your scalping entries. Okay, the thing is basically the same. Find your highest point, okay, find your lowest point, and also where price give the most reaction, and then you can start marking it and wait for price to reach there and give you the confirmation to enter. And then when price already moving into your direction, you can wait and collect your profits when you think it's enough and when you think you reach your target. Okay, zero gravity, understand? Okay, that's good. So now the next thing left for us is, okay, the most beloved chart, the most beloved currencies. If you guys are all ready, you can tell me in the chat. Okay, or else I'm just gonna stare at the chart for the rest of this class. I'm just joking. Okay, are you guys ready for the market outlook? And also the CPI week, guys. The CPI inflation week. It is a really important week. We already finished with NFE last week. Hide out with the fires. Okay, that's good. That means you guys are all ready. Not you guys, only Haida already. The rest, do you want me to do my market outlook or not? Okay, or should we end the class just like that? Okay, end with the class and then no market outlook for tonight. And for tomorrow, no signals. How about that? No setups. Is that okay? Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, I don't see anything in the chat. Okay, looks like you guys maybe not ready. and don't want to know about the market outlook and which direction gold is going to go and where gold is headed next. High dice ready as usual. Zero gravity is ready. Okay, like I told you guys, we already done with this. Okay, this is what? This is the non-farm employment change. Okay, the NFP last week on Friday, which has already done. And what happened on the fundamental side last week? Okay, do you want to know what happened and what will happen? Ready? Okay guys, okay, for those who are late, you can just rewind the video after this when I end the live stream to watch the class once again if you want to understand how to mark your zones better and to find your entry points and exit points. So now I'm going to talk about the market outlook, okay? But before that, let me change the song. Okay guys, last week, okay, these are all the high impact news, okay, for last week that has already done. Okay, we have ADP non-farm employment change, which came out better, okay, and then ISM services PMIs came out red, okay, and then unemployment claims came out red as well, but pretty much the same or near the range of the previous and the forecast. So this doesn't give much impact, okay, in market because the data came out pretty near and close to the forecast and the previous one. Okay, but for these ISM services, okay, yes, it came out lower than the previous and also lower than forecast. So this one, it give, okay, solid impact in the market, okay, compared to the unemployment claims. And then the next thing is we have average hourly earnings, which came out better, and then unemployment rate also came out green. But then this is the biggest news that came out last week, okay, and we have the data that comes out 140k, okay, compared to the forecasted data, which is 169. And also, okay, if you are paying attention, okay, if you join my market outlook last week, okay, you might recognize that this number is right now different. Okay, if you see right here, previously it was written right here 256k only, but then on Friday during the actual news day and also the actual news release time, okay, somehow, okay, the data comes out for the previous NFP has been revised and came out higher at 307k. Okay, so even though the data for NFP last month only comes out at 140k, 43k, which pretty much expected from the forecasted data. Okay, just missed by about 20k something, 26k. But then the previous data, which has been revised, came out higher. So this means, okay, and the outlook is still remain mixed for the dollar because the previous data showing to us that the economy, or at least the non-farm employment change, okay, has been showing us pretty much good data for the month of November, and only December we have a drop, okay, sharp drop, which is 140k, 43k, okay, but it's still compared to the previous data, okay, we still have a strong jobs industry in the US. Okay, so based on all the impact news that has been happening last week, what I can say, or what we can say, is based on the fundamental side, okay, the US dollar or the US economy is still looking pretty good, and the data came out, okay, a bit mixed. Okay, some are greens and some are reds. Okay, but if you compare, okay, this current data and also based on the previous data, okay, if you compare it, okay, from the fundamentals, what you can see is based on the dollar, based on the metrics, okay, actually there is some slight bearish hints, okay, from the economic data that has been coming out recently compared to all the previous one, but still, okay, right now it is not looking so concerning, and the US dollar is still looking great. And right now, even we have Trump, and also with the policies, and also with the new plans for the America that is going to announce pretty soon and also enforce pretty soon, maybe we can still have some bullish impact for the dollar and the US economy. Okay, so right now I'm going to talk about what is going to happen for the new week. Okay, so tomorrow the market is going to open, okay, which is on Monday, February 10th. Okay, if you can see from this economic calendar, okay, as usual, some traders likes to also look at the medium impact news, but for me, I only focus on the high impact news usually. Okay, I'm not saying that I didn't look at the medium impact news at all. Sometimes I do look at it, but usually I will only focus on the high impact news because that will usually give some moves for gold. Okay, so for tomorrow, for the new week, on Monday we don't have anything, so we can just wait and see how the market will open, and maybe we can trade based on the current reaction of the market. Okay, because we don't have any news, we don't have any high impact news to start the week. But then on Tuesday, okay, on Tuesday we will have our first high impact news at 11 p.m. This is based on my time zone. At 11 p.m. during the US session, we're going to have our first high impact news on Tuesday, which is Fed Chair Powell testifies. If you want to see the details, okay, you can click the folder in this platform and website, and you can look at all the explanation right here. Okay, so basically, in short, okay, starting on Tuesday right away, we're going to have our first impact news, and then the most important day for us is actually on Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, because this is the inflation data. Okay, core CPI month over month will be coming out on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. also during US session. Okay, and then once again, okay, at 11 p.m. Fed Chair Powell will testify once again for the second day. So starting on Wednesday, we have 4 red folder news, which means 4 high impact news on Wednesday. So we should expect some volatility, and we should expect some crazy moves from gold and from the rest of the markets. And the next day, which is on Thursday this week, we will have, okay, the next high impact news, which is called PPI month over month, and also PPI month over month, and then unemployment claims once again. Okay, this is unemployment claims will be coming out every week, so this is not going to give us sometimes not going to give us a bigger reaction, so no big deal for this. But for this one, PPI and CPI, this is going to be important. Okay, so on Wednesday we have to be careful during US session because we have core CPI news, and then on Thursday during US session we're going to have PPI. So both of these days, okay, expect some huge volatility during the US session. And then on Friday, to wrap our week before we ended the week, okay, we still have our last chance and last opportunities to maximize our gains and growing our account to the max before the weekend. Okay, because we're going to have our last and final high impact news for the week on Friday, which is called retail sales month over month, and also retail sales. So these are also big high impact news, okay, and sometimes can give the most impact in the market. But of course, like I told you guys, based on all the fundamental class that I have already done previously, okay, all the impact will be based on what the actual data that is going to come out. Okay, if the data comes out pretty much the same as the previous and the forecast, usually the market will not give us too much of a reaction. But if the data comes out, okay, and have a big difference compared to the previous and the forecast, in either way, okay, if it is a positive data or if it is a negative data, probably the market will shake and will become volatile, and then we're going to have huge spikes and also maybe big impulsive moves. So that's why it is important for you to understand what market that you are going to face, okay, every week, so that you are prepared and can plan ahead on how to trade. Okay, so after you understand what market that you are facing for this week, we're going to have our CPI week. Let's go to the charts, okay, to look at the technicals. Okay, but before that, okay, excuse me for a bit. Let me have a drink. Okay, guys, after we are done with the economic calendar and understand what market that we are going to have for the new week. Okay, let me change the song first, guys. Okay, then we can talk about the technicals. Okay, so this is the technicals, this is the chart for gold. So how to trade gold for the new week? Okay, first of all, as usual, we have to do our top-down analysis. Okay, from the bigger time frame up to the lower time frame. Okay, so right now, if you look at the bigger time frame, for example, this is the monthly time frame for gold. Right now, based on the monthly time frame, pretty much the market is still showing us a strong bullish market, okay, for gold, or bullish trend for gold. Okay, this is the monthly time frame, guys, not the lower time frame. This is the monthly time frame, and remember, guys, like I told you guys, usually the higher time frame will give us the biggest impact in the market, and usually will tell us the bigger direction for the instrument that we are trading. And in this case, we are trading gold. So based on the monthly time frame, okay, not much I can say to you other than the market is still looking bullish. And then we go to lower time frame. Okay, as usual, we do our analysis, okay, from top down monthly time frame to understand first the bigger direction of the market based on the high time frame, and then because we are scalping, okay, and doing day trades, and then we're going to go to our lower time frame to find our zones, our entry zones and exit zones. Okay, so this is the weekly time frame, and the same thing. Okay, we still have a strong bullish trend based on the weekly time frame. Okay, and the market looks, okay, pretty much strongly bullish. And recently, based on this weekly time frame, you can already seen that we managed to break the previous all-time highs on the weekly time frame. Okay, if you remember last week, okay, I told you guys, because this weekly candle managed to close above, okay, this week's, okay, we're gonna probably have a new all-time high. And finally, last week, gold managed to make a new all-time highs and breaking this previous ATH. So right now, based on the weekly time frame as well, it is looking solid, and the market already broke the previous all-time high and previous resistance. So the bullish move is still looking healthy and strong. But of course, we are not trading on the weekly time frame, so that's why we're going to drop to our lower time frame, more lower time frame, and in this case, the daily time frame. Okay, so here we have our previous all-time high. Let me label it previous ATH. Okay, and based on the daily time frame, what we can see from technicals, okay, market managed to break from this previous all-time high, closing, okay, the daily candle bullish, okay, starting from the break and continued to the upside. But then up until here, we managed to find some difficulties on the daily time frame because the next candle is printing a red candle. And on Friday last week, before the market closes, okay, the market pushes up, managed to touch, okay, and make a new all-time highs, but then fail, okay, to continue higher, and then rejecting, closing the body candle, the daily candle with the body like this. Okay, this means, okay, price shoots up, okay, on Friday. Looks like it is going to break higher and make new all-time highs, but it didn't. It just managed to make a fresh new all-time highs right here, but then it drops and closing the body below, okay, below the previous open price of this bearish candle. Okay, so what we can see from the daily time frame, okay, even though the market is strongly bullish, but here on Friday we have a strong rejection. Okay, but even though it is strong rejection based on these long wicks, but this rejection to say that the market is going to turn completely bearish next week is still pretty early, because on the daily time frame we didn't see any strong bearish move yet. Okay, we only have a strong, not strong, quite strong, okay, rejection by these long wicks, but we have to wait, okay, for next week on what the market is going to do if we want to say that the market is going to be bearish. But right now it is clearly not, because on the higher time frame the market is still trending bullish. So once again, on the daily time frame, the information that we have on Friday, price managed to make these long wicks, and it looks like it is rejecting from the highs right here. So let's go to more lower time frame, which is the H4 time frame, to see what price is doing currently. Okay, so currently price is at all-time highs range. Okay, there is nothing on the left for you to look at. Okay, this is me zooming out from the charts. Okay, there is nothing for you to look at on the left for you to refer to mark your resistance. Remember, I teach you guys just now, if you want to mark your resistance, you have to look at the history. Okay, right? So right now, okay, for gold, it is a special case, because if you want to mark your H4 zones based on the previous price action, based on the history, there is nothing on the left of this chart right now, because price is ranging at new all-time highs range. So what you can do right now is just focus on the current range. Okay, remember we have a previous all-time high that has been freshly broken out recently right here. Okay, so right now on the H4 time frame, what you can see, let's focus on this current move. On the H4 time frame, what I'm seeing is here. What is this? Can you tell me, guys? What is this candle showing? We have a strong move, bullish move on the H4 time frame. Keep breaking the previous all-time high right here, and then stalling a little bit, looking like it has some struggle, and then keeps breaking higher, but then rejected to retest the previous all-time high that it managed to break from, but then managed to find support and keeps pushing higher. Okay, and then here price starts dropping, and here price pushing back up again. But then on Friday, before the market closes, we have this candle which is pushing up really strongly initially, and then rejecting really heavily, closing the body candle below right here and forming, okay, a red candle with a long tail or long wicks. Okay, so Haida is saying signifying potential selling might occur. Okay, good answer. That's good. Okay, this candle right here on the H4 time frame, even though price is moving in strong bullish momentum for gold, okay, right here we can see some struggles from gold to break higher after they manage to touch and make fresh new all-time highs right here. Price rejecting really heavily, leaving us a huge long wick, and then the next H4 candle failed, okay, to go anywhere, just stalling in the middle and closing right here. So for the new week, where is our nearest zone and what is the plan? Okay, this is the most important part. Okay, I'm not labeling my zones based on the daily time frame, because right now price is ranging at near all-time highs. Okay, all-time highs range, there is nothing on the left for me to mark the resistance, so we're just going to focus on the current market structure. Based on the current market structure, okay, here we have the current highs. Okay, let's label it right here, new ATH. Okay, new all-time highs, or our nearest current, we can consider this as our current resistance. Okay, because there is nothing on the left, so price already touched here, and also here we can see price also touched right here and then rejecting. Then here for the second time, price tries to break higher and then rejecting strongly, closing the body below. So this is the highest week, or the highest point that gold managed to make before it closes the candle on Friday. And also, if you look at all the body candles right here on the H4 time frame, okay, all the body candles is just ranging at this level. Okay, so here you can mark this as your first, okay, resistance zones. Okay, but of course right now price is really near to this price and already rejecting heavily on the H4 time frame based on this candle. So this is your current resistance, okay, based on the H4 time frame. So where is your support? Okay, your support, okay, your nearest support is right here. Okay, this is your minor support, and already based on this candle, price already touched this level and managed to reject from there. That is the first retest of that support, but this is not really a strong support, okay, because price just made a strong push to the upside, okay, and then managed to stall right here, forming a minor support and then keep pushing higher. But then it already tested and tries to break lower, okay, and retested this level right here bit, and then leaving huge wicks. But then price keep pushing up once again, failed to break higher and then rejecting once again right here. So we have also a long wick right here and a long wick right here, and then price is stalled in the middle on Friday. So how to trade gold for the new week? So this is the plan. This is our minor support. Okay, let's label our next support. Our next support is right here. Okay, I will explain why. And the next support, okay, based on the H4 time frame, is here at the previous all-time highs. So if you want to take sharper zone, you can just take this candle as your H4 zones, okay? But of course, this is H4 time frame, the zones is going to be big. So we have these levels that I'm marking on the chart. We have a support right here, okay, also another support right here, and also the next support right here, and also the previous all-time highs that gold managed to break from. So for the new week, okay, based on the current reaction of the last H4 candle before the market closes, looks like price is rejecting heavily and sellers have big interest on selling at this price, and it made, okay, a strong rejection based on this week and closes the body candle right here, but then the next candle failed to continue lower. So to say that price will straight away dropping tomorrow when the market opens is still early, because there is still we can still have some push to the upside back once again to retest this week, okay, and to retest this nearest resistance tomorrow before maybe another drop. So how to trade gold for the new week? Okay, we have to wait for the market open tomorrow on Monday. And remember guys, based on the calendar just now, okay, based on the economic calendar, where's my calendar? Okay, you know that tomorrow on Monday you don't have anything, okay, and usually, okay, when you don't have any high impact news, the volume will be low, but okay, that is not a certainty, okay. Sometimes even if you don't have any high impact news and on Monday the market can be crazy. So we have to wait for the market open first and see the reaction on the Asian session. Okay, if the market opens, okay, this is how to trade gold. If the market opens tomorrow and from the current price it goes higher, okay, you can wait at this resistance, H4 resistance, okay, in order for us to get maybe our first opportunity to go short. But of course we have to wait for the confirmation, what the confirmation is going to look like. Okay, we need to see price retesting this week and then fail to break higher, but instead it make, okay, the next solid bearish rejection, and then maybe second retest on the lower time frame, and then maybe we can go short in expectation for price, okay, to go lower and first retest this support for the second time, okay, this minus support on the H4 time frame for the second time. Here I already explained, it already tested once, okay, pierced through this zone, okay, but then failed to close lower and managed to reject from there and keep going higher. So this is your first resistance, is price touches here and rejected from there and kept rejecting and making a bearish pressure, and then arrives at this level, our first support at 28.42. okay, if you see a bullish rejection on the lower time frame, maybe here we can get our first opportunities to go long or to buy, okay, and of course wait for the confirmations, okay, first before you make any entries. And to be safe, okay, you can just wait for my alerts in the channel, okay. I will always update if I'm taking the trade, okay, so just stay in the channel and wait for my instruction. Or if you are trading on your own, you can wait at this zone. If you see a bullish rejection, you can buy from here in expectation for price to hold this level. And where is the target? Of course the target is first back at this resistance, and if you manage to break higher from there, okay, maybe we can see price kept making new all-time highs, but probably not on Monday, because on Monday we don't have anything, no high impact news. So maybe if price were to reject again, maybe it will just ranging, because we probably have low volume. But starting on Tuesday up until Wednesday, okay, that is where our volumes will be coming from. So be prepared. Starting on Tuesday, we're probably gonna get a break, okay, either way, okay, even, okay, if it is higher, we're gonna follow the momentum. If it is lower, we're gonna plan ahead and just ride the momentum, okay. So the next support, if price were to reject once again at this level, if price breaks lower, okay, which means, okay, these levels is already weak. Okay, this is the first retest on the H4 time frame, and price already taking the orders. And if the second time it arrives at the support and it fail, so that means this support is no longer valid. So from here, maybe we can find our opportunities to go short or to sell. Okay, to sell from here at around 28.42 or 28.45. Okay, high, if you want to take high zones and safer zones, okay, just take the high zone. In expectation for price to keep going lower and retesting this level. Okay, so here is the next or the most important H4 levels that I'm watching right now based on the current price action or the current market structure. So at this level, I'm expecting for our next buying opportunity to go long. Because why? Because like we already done our analysis, okay, the higher time frame, the monthly, is still freaking bullish. Okay, there is no signs of bearish reversal yet on the monthly time frame. Also on weekly, the market is clearly bullish, and also on daily time frame, the market is still trending bullish, even though on Friday we have a slight rejection. So that's why with every drop, okay, at the retest towards a support, I'll be looking for opportunities to go long until, okay, I see a solid bearish reversal pattern, or if I see a solid bearish confirmation that the trend is changing. So for now, on the high time frame, I'm still bullish on gold, and the next support that I'm looking at, if gold were to drop again at these levels, okay, I'm going to wait at this level at the previous all-time highs in order for me to look for my next opportunities to go long. Okay, if price were to retest this level, okay, if from tomorrow up until maybe Thursday or even Friday, okay, it kept dropping and kept breaking this support, and finally it arrived at this area at around 27.75, I'll be looking for my next buying opportunities right here. But of course, this is the H4 time frame. Okay, it probably will took a long time for gold to reach here. Okay, maybe we can get it next week if the data or if the high impact news is on our side. But if not, okay, if gold keeps pumping and breaking higher, okay, we will keep trading, and we're going to change our plan based on the current market structure and the current market reaction for the new week. Okay, so for now, this is my plan. Okay, from the current reaction based on Friday's candle, looks like price is rejecting, so I'm expecting maybe the bearish move can still continue. But first, we have to wait on Monday. Like I told you guys, we have to wait on how the market is going to open and what the price action is going to be during the Asian session on Monday tomorrow. So first, if price from here were to test this resistance and keep rejecting and fail to break higher, like I told you guys, okay, here maybe we can go short, okay, because we don't have any high impact news. We already know, and probably we'll have a low volume, and probably the market will just ranging at this zone. Okay, so that is the plan for tomorrow. And the next plan is, if price were to drop and retesting the support, okay, like I told you guys, we're gonna wait right here with the bullish rejection, solid bullish rejection and confirmations. Okay, we're gonna find our first opportunities to go long right here, and maybe buy right here. But if price were to break lower and give us solid bearish rejection, breaking past these lows, okay, past this support, at the retest of this same level, we're gonna go short. Okay, in order for us to expect for price to retest the next support at right here at around 28.16. Okay, the previous supply zones. Okay, here clearly we have a base right here. We have a minor support right here. If you're using SNR, if you're using supply and demand, we have a demand right here. So price at the retest at this zone, okay, at this demand zone, probably can still reject and give us a strong bullish reaction. Why? Okay, let's look at the trend also for this H4 time frame. Okay, the H4 time frame also is showing us that right now, okay, it is clearly in a bullish trend. Okay, there is no signs of trend reversals yet. Okay, even if you look at the current structure or the current trend, okay, here if you are taking the trend line based on this price, okay, if you want to label it right here, the trend is still looking bullish. Even if you take higher and want to draw your trend lines from there, okay, and take this body candle closing, okay, price is still looking bullish. So that's why if price were to drop, Okay, tomorrow for the new week. Okay, remember we have the H4 trend line right here. Okay, so that's why if price were to drop at this level, okay, and touching or retesting this support and also actually the H4 trend line, and if it failed to break lower and showing us a strong bullish rejection on the lower time frame and keep holding above this level, maybe this H4 trend line is still strong, and maybe the H4 trend can still continue and price can still pump to the upside. Okay, that's why I take this level as, even though on the H4 time frame you can argue with me that Zach, there is no support right here, and you already teach us that you have to find your lowest point on the chart to get your support, and here we barely have any support. So why you are taking this level? Okay, because you have to understand that we have a reaction right here when price tries to drop and testing this level. This is, you can consider as your minor support. Because why? Because if you look at the lower time frame, okay, you can see this is H1 time frame. Here you kind of have, okay, sideways move, and the sideways move can also be considered as your minor support. And if you want to go lower, if you don't believe me, you can go to M15 time frame, okay, and look at the same levels. Okay, here as scalpers on the M15, okay, you can see that we have support right here as well. So that's why this level probably can still be strong, but we have to wait for, I can tell you guys, the price action and for tomorrow on what the market will do. So based on the price tomorrow and based on what the market is doing, this is our plan. So don't worry, for you guys who are in the channel, I will update as usual my SOC daily gold forecast every single day, okay, usually before we start trading. So for example, for tomorrow, I will wait first for the reaction during the Asian session, okay, right after the market opens, and I will monitor and see what the price is doing, and then I'm going to update my mappings based on the current structure after the Asian session before we start trading. Okay, tomorrow is Monday, the market just opened for the new week, and also it is the CPI week, and we don't have any high-paid news to start the week tomorrow. So just chill first. This is the plan. Just wait for my instruction. If you want to be more confident in placing your entries, or if you want real-time instructions and also updates every single day regarding gold and also the dollar and also the market. Okay, so that is my analysis, guys. Remember these zones, okay? I will update, of course, in the channel the exact zones and points and price in my SOC daily gold forecast, my first SOC daily gold forecast tomorrow. So just wait for it and wait for all the updates. Okay, I wish you guys all another profitable week ahead as usual. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask me in the chat, and if you guys understand, okay, these mappings and these plans, okay, please respond with some emojis in the chat. Okay, show me some fire emojis if you guys are pumped for the new week and already prepared with this analysis. Okay, so guys, make sure, the most important thing, okay, make sure, okay, I have already talked about the fundamentals, already teach you guys the basic live class, okay, just now before we start the market outlook, and now even I'm doing the technical analysis right in front of you guys live, marking these zones, showing you guys why I take this zone, what I'm waiting for, what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at, why do I take these zones for my support, okay, and for my resistance, and what is the plan. Already talk about the things that needs to talk about to prepare for the new week. So what you can do right now is just prepare your account, okay, and also prepare your mindset. Okay, remember, focus on growth, focus on knowledge, focus on keep gaining your experience in the market every single day. Okay, keep trading. Okay, all the fires, thank you so much guys for responding. Okay, well understood. Haida, thank you so much, and I hope guys, the rest of you guys also understood. Ryan, thank you so much, Ryan. Ryanu Al Mustafa. Okay, it's been a while that I've seen you in my life, so welcome back. I'm ready to make profits with you. Don't worry. Okay, don't worry, guys. Okay, right after NFP, remember NFP, I gave a buy signal. Okay, right before NFP. So we won that trade, price spikes up, okay, hitting, I think 5 minutes before NFP, right? I gave my buy signals 5 minutes before NFP with SL and TPs. And if you remembered, let's talk about it a little bit. What happens during NFP? Here. This is the NFP candle. This is the exact NFP candle on Friday. Okay, here, before the NFP release, when price was stalling right here, I gave a buy signal 5 minutes before the NFP. And what is the instant reaction from the market? The instant reaction is first, price spikes up for nearly 100 pips and hitting all take profits. And then price dropping back down, low, and then keeps going back up on the M50 time frame and closing in the middle and then rejecting a little bit and then pushing back up. Okay, so that's why after NFP I didn't release any more signals, because for me, okay, the first reaction and during the NFP release is not looking really good. Okay, yes, we have a win, we won the trade. Okay, price already hitting our max take profits right here, but then I didn't see the reaction that I wanted. Okay, with this M15 candle. Okay, what I'm expecting and I'm waiting for and looking for that time was, I want to see a bullish closing on the M15 time frame in order for me to release another buy signals, because I'm expecting for price to make a new all-time highs. Okay, but then indeed price did make a new all-time highs, fresh all-time highs, but these candles, because it is just closing in the middle, showing me indecisive move. That's why I just chilled and waited for a little bit. Okay, after the NFP win, so I just enjoyed my profits and call it a day. Okay, but then when price shoots up to the highs right here, okay, here looks like it managed to find a strong selling pressure with this M15 candle. M15 time frame, you can already see we have a strong bearish pressure and bearish rejection from these highs. And actually right here, okay, I didn't release the signal, but I did make some profits by entering a sell right here at the stop and managed to ride it up until the downside right here on my small account and still holding the trade. Okay, but I didn't share the signals because it is really risky. So that's why for tomorrow, like I told you guys, this is your next resistance if price were to reach this level back again. Okay, this is our selling zone. Okay, so I wish you guys all the best for the new week. Okay, remember my analysis from this live. You can rewatch this session if you want to understand about the class first section, which is the class, how to mark your zones, how to find your entry points and exit points. And also if you want to look at the fundamentals, you can watch the first section of this market outlook and then watch up until the end if you want to know what is my plan and what is the technical analysis. So guys, thank you so much for joining the live session. It's already past midnight right here. I'm already entering a new day on Monday, but of course the market is not opening yet, so I cannot trade. So wish you guys all the best. If you guys are still on your Sundays, wherever you are, I wish you guys an enjoyable weekend. Okay, enjoy the rest of your time. Okay, spend some quality time with your families. Okay, maybe hang out with your friends. Okay, maybe eating good, doing some barbecues or just chilling. Okay, just talking, sharing stories, spending good time before the market opens tomorrow and before we go harder next week. Okay, on the CPI week, and keep growing our account as usual and keep having the next profitable week. Okay guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and as usual I will update more on the channel. Okay, see ya. See ya. Have a great day guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Guys, you can already leave, okay? I'm gonna end this live session in a bit. Okay, have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya. You're welcome, Ryan. See you tomorrow.